If you are like me, you're constantly looking for ways how to sell more of your wonderful product. And perhaps you even try to change your images, and you perhaps even discounted, you updated your descriptions, and still you feel like you are not selling as many products as you should be. So in this video, we will discuss the 7 most common mistakes of why your product pages aren't converting the way they should be. And I'll even do you the common courtesy of putting the timestamps below so that you can skip to wherever you need to go. Hi, my name is Silvia, and together with my husband Kristen, we are the founders of the Traffic Ninjas. By now, we've worked with over 500 businesses in over 35 countries, and we've discovered some hidden and little known ways of how to get more traffic to your store and convert it to sales. And this is specifically designed for small businesses with limited resources. So make sure you subscribe, you comment below, you give us a like, and let's get right into the topic. All right, so the 7 most common reasons why your product pages aren't converting as much as they should be. Number 1, you really don't know your customer. I mean, don't get me wrong. So many people, I've heard them say like, hey, my customers are all women between ages of 18 to 45. And I even heard people like actually narrowing them down. Oh, my customer are all women between 30 and 40. And that's great that you know the demographics. But what is it really that you know about your customer? What is the story that your customer has gone through? And what is the aspiration that your customer has? Now, the reason why you need to know this, because your ideal customer needs to see themselves on your product page and needs to really feel like this is a product for them, so that they are essentially happy to pull out their wallet and buy. Simple as that. Number 2, using images as if you were selling on Etsy or Amazon, but really you are on Shopify or WooCommerce. Now guys, this is a big thing because you've got to really understand what each of these platforms is like and what customers want to see on each of these platforms. So for example, if you go to Etsy, really what people know that Etsy is, it's a market, right? It's a crafts market. So all of those products are one at a kind, and they essentially are almost, you would like to say, homemade, right? On Amazon, it's the other way around. Amazon is a marketplace where sellers essentially provide their product and they really compete on the price because there is so many different sellers selling the same product. Now on Shopify and WooCommerce, it's completely different because you are creating your own brand. You essentially are standing out from your competitors by being unique and being you. And therefore the images you use on Shopify and WooCommerce are really crucial for you to be able to convert a visitor to a sale. So really have a look at those images and do assess it from an outsider point of view, and do assess like, am I just showing the product here, or am I actually showing depth, showing something premium, showing a brand, and really giving my product a chance to stand out. Number 3, you sell products. And you are like, yeah, well, I sell products. Silvia, how is this a mistake? Sure, selling product is great, but what is even better than selling product is really selling the emotions that are connecting to the product. Now, why is that so important? Because if you just sell a product becomes a commodity. Like, I am selling a rug. Okay, that's fine, but there's millions of other rugs out there, and if you're just selling the rug as it is, just with a picture of the rug, then somebody else can compete with you, and most likely they're going to be competing on price and volume and all of these different things, and most probably they're going to have a bigger advertising budget than you're going to have, and most probably they're going to take away the sale from you. So when you're selling your product, what you've got to be aware of is that you're not essentially selling just the product, but you're selling that emotion that is connected to that product. So go back to point number 1, understanding your customer, and really extract what is that emotion that your customer is feeling right now, and what is it the emotion that your customer really wants to see, really wants to feel, and make sure that that emotion is conveyed throughout your product page. That's extremely important, because if you're not going to emotionally catch your customers on your product page, what's going to happen is that they're just going to scroll, and all they're going to do is going to look at the price, and that is a commodity. Then you're just comparing essentially corn to corn instead of like a premium product that you're actually selling where people are willing to pay a premium. Number 4, one of the biggest mistakes is that many people don't show, don't say, or do not demonstrate how is their product different from competitors. Now, if you're selling something boutique, which I know you are, most probably your product really is of high quality and very, very different. However, what I've seen so many entrepreneurs do is that the way how they think they differentiate is they say, oh, we've got great customer service. Guys, having great customer service is not how your product or a brand is different from others, because great customer service is something that happens after the sale. So is the donation to charity. So many business owners who really have the ethical mindset, which is fantastic, put on their product pages and on their business pages that they donate 100% of the profit to charity or a certain percentage, and they think this is going to help them to convert to sell. Eventually it will, but people, your customers, still need to want to buy your product first, and they need to know specifically how this product is really, really different and better, superior to your competitors. So do yourself a favor, get a sheet of paper and write down all of these amazing things about your product, and then write down all of these crappy things about other people's products that appear to be similar to yours, and really find out what is the real difference. What is it made out of? Is the material different? And if the material is non-toxic, well, so what? What is the story connected to that? Are there any different features or benefits that your product has that the other competitors' products don't? So understanding what really is the difference is really crucial for you to convert your customers, and make sure that you essentially create that gap, so that the wider the gap between you and your competitors, the easier is going to be for you to convert your visitors to sales. Number 5, one of the biggest reasons why your product pages don't convert the way they could be converting is because you give no reason to your visitors to essentially trust you. Trust you as a business, trust you as a manufacturer, trust you as a brand. So what you've got to make sure is that you really touch on multiple points why you are a trustworthy business and demonstrate that. So this could be done through multiple things. It could be done through money back guarantees, through customers' reviews, through real customer images and testimonials, and just make sure you touch that on multiple points through your product pages with different badges of approval and ticks of approval, certificates, you name it. This is really important for your ideal customer to essentially look at your page, look at your business. Most probably they are looking at it for the first time ever. They are like, wow, this is a legit business. Oh my God, look at this. They are amazing. They've got all of these badges of approval. They've got all of these ticks. They've got all of these amazing testimonials. They've got the before, after images. They've got the real testimonials from customers with images with their product. And that way you're really giving them the opportunity to trust you. If on top of that, you offer some sort of a money back guarantee or a warranty for your product, so that they really have the peace of mind that your product is legit and that you're legitimately gonna send it out and ship it to them, they will be much, much, much more likely to essentially pull out their wallet and buy. Okay, reason number 6 why your product pages don't convert as much as they could is because perhaps you might not be giving your website visitors the reason to buy today. Okay, guys, the reason to buy today. What do I mean by that? Like, how many of us, and really be honest with yourself, how many of us went to a shop in a day and we were like, hey, this is a really cool dress. Shall I buy it now? Shall I not buy it now? And then for some reason, the shop assistant doesn't come in, doesn't do the pep talk or whatever happens, you walk out and then you get busy, you pick up your kids, you cook dinner, you go shopping, you do all of these things. And guess what? You never go back and you never buy that dress. And 3 days pass, 4 days pass, and suddenly you're not so emotionally attached to that anymore because you're not seeing it, you are not touching it, and you are not essentially trying it on, right? And the same happens on your product pages inside your store. It's also a store. It's an online experience, but visitors are also coming in, they're also browsing, and then their day gets interrupted. So what you've got to make sure is that you give your website visitors a reason to buy today. Now, what do I mean by reason? Typically, when we talk about a reason to buy today, we talk about real, genuine urgency and scarcity. So many entrepreneurs just think that this is going to be like a blatant 80% discount, expires today BS. But guys, this is not how it works, particularly not if you are in the premium product boutique space, which I know that you are, because you are a genuine business manufacturing genuine, amazing product. So if you are this type of an entrepreneur, then chances are your collections are limited. Your products are actually limited. But guess what? Like over 90% of entrepreneurs out there are actually not communicating any of this information. It's like, come on, like you only made 20 candles. Why do you not write, hey, I only have 20 candles of this, and once these candles are gone, they are gone. This is simply like just this one time only batch. But so many entrepreneurs are essentially shy to do that because they think like, oh, but then I'm gonna look like small and not legit and all this stuff. But actually, guys, that's making you really premium, that's making you artisan, and that essentially increases the urgency and scarcity for your website visitors. So do make sure you always give a reason for them to buy today, okay? To buy today, because chances are that once they close the browser and you have not collected an email address, chances are they're never coming back, okay? So very important, give a reason to buy today, and you will see your conversion rate on your product page may as well skyrocket. Reason number 7 why your product pages don't convert as much as they could be is because I've seen so many entrepreneurs only test their product page either on a mobile phone only or on a desktop only. So guys, do yourself a favor, go to your Google Analytics and actually have a look how many website visitors are coming from mobile for your store and how many are they coming from desktop. Recently, we worked with a business that literally was getting 70% of their traffic to their mobile store on their mobile phone and not on their desktop, yet their website was optimized only for desktop. What does it mean, optimized for desktop? That essentially when you go to the store on your mobile phone, just have a look, is this like, are the buttons in the logical order? Like in this particular case, the button to add to cart logically needs to be at the bottom. In this case, was on the top, and so essentially you had to move around, which many customers would just not do. And this small tweak essentially is just sometimes changing a template that you're using, whatever that is. These small tweaks essentially can be the difference between hundreds and thousands of dollars per year, guys. Like, I'm not kidding. This small tweak can make a huge difference for your business. Purely understanding, are my customers landing on the mobile version or are my customers landing on the desktop, and are both making sense? Okay guys, so there you have it, 7 most common reasons why your product pages aren't converting the way they should be. So if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe, give us a like, comment below, let us know how did you like this video, what did you learn, how your product pages converted before, how do they convert now, and I cannot wait to talk to you in the next video. Bye bye.